Hillman is retiring, and our chapter of the Alumni Association has been asked to organize the farewell banquet.
Well, let's get on with it, because I have quite a few things to say about Professor Cable.
We all have a few things that we can say about Professor Cable, but let's hold off till Leah gets here. And while we're waiting, we can have a Hillman class of '63 update. Ladies, anyone with children doing dazzling things with their lives? Anyone with ungrateful children who make it their business to drive the arrows through your heart?
Now you're talking. I got news for that.
You take it first.
Yeah, I got some news. My daughter, Elaine, has decided to remain at Hillman.
Well, what year is she at anyway?
We don't know.
What's her major?
We don't know.
How much is it costing you?
Not that we know.
My son, Christopher, he is now a sophomore emeritus. He's been there so long they think he's a professor.
Meanwhile, on the home front, my son Harold has a severe case of Mom, I know that.
Oh dear, he must be 16.
Right. I tell him, Harold, if you're going to pull up your grades, you're going to have to, Mom, I know that. And then I tell him, if you want to get a job, you're going to have to, Mom, I know that. And then I tell him, Harold, if you are 18 and you are not in college, the money stops. He tells me, Mom, tell me something I don't know.
I've been there.
What are you doing now, Maxine?
I'm in grad school, art history. Go ahead, girl.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. Perils of public transportation. And I had to stop and get some sneakers for my 13-year-old. At least I think they're sneakers. Honey, they're called Air Warriors. They got a pump, liquid in the soles, and an inner tube around the ankles. Now, I don't know if they're sneakers or some kind of flotation device.
Is your son playing basketball now?
Jason? No, he wears them to watch TV.
Is he wearing overalls?
Oh, yes.
You know, my Rudy, I don't know. I beg that girl every day, honey, please fasten up both sides of those things. We went to the market last week and people thought she had just brought in the produce.
Where were we on the agenda?
Oh, yes. Professor Cable's testimonial. Now, listen to this. I had it written down. That's okay. I know it by heart. Professor Jean Cable is one of America's foremost philosophical minds. She has written 6 books. She was very active in the civil rights movement, but she always had time for her 19-year-old students.
Boring. Nap time.
Besides, Claire, it didn't say anything about what the woman is really like.
Yeah, if you want to describe Professor Cable, first you got to start with the hat. Oh, she wore that hat every day. The old yellow felt thing with a wire brim. She could shape it in 16 different ways. She'd flip it to one side and come in looking like a pirate. And then she'd snatch it around and walk out looking like a yellow rose. She could work a hat. Now, what are we supposed to say, Claire? That Professor Cable was one of the hardest professors at Hillman. She always flunked you with a smile.
My transcript had all A's, not even an A-, and she gave me a C. She kept writing on my paper, dig deeper. An unexamined life is not worth living. There wasn't no deeper to get.
One day, Chris and I decided to leave campus and go to Virginia Beach. I know, but we did it anyway. So there we were, walking along on the sand, holding hands, being romantic, having a good time. And I look up, and who is on the beach clamming? Yes, she was, Professor Cable, and had that hat full of steamers.
She did. I used to dream about her. I'd be snatching that yellow hat off her head, and underneath it was another yellow hat.